What happens when the quiet one finally fights back? I spent most of high school being invisible, except when I was being picked on. I was the quiet girl who sat in the back of class, always reading, always alone. I wore oversized hoodies even in the summer. I didn't know how to do makeup. I was that girl. And Maddie? Maddie was the sun. She had this orbit of people who followed her like she was some kind of celebrity, always laughing too loudly in the halls, always perfectly styled, and always looking for someone to humiliate. Her favorite game was subtle cruelty. Like one time I wore this floral skirt I'd convinced myself looked cute. She looked me up and down and said, "Oh my god, you're so brave for wearing that." Brave, like it was a Halloween costume. Another time I answered a question in biology, and afterward, I heard her whisper behind me, "Nerd voice activated." Her little entourage giggled like it was the funniest thing in the world. The worst moment? I was crying in a bathroom stall after she accidentally spilled a protein shake on me. Someone slid their phone under the door and took a video of my Converse. An hour later, it was on her private story with the caption, "Guess who's crying again?" complete with crying emojis. That post broke me. I skipped school for a week. I told my parents I was sick, but really, I just laid in bed spiraling. But here's the thing. I wasn't just sad, I was furious. And I was smart. Really smart. So I started a project. It began with a basic HTML template hosted anonymously. I named it The Tea Tree. Stupid name, but it sounded innocent enough. I posted light gossip, stuff already going around. Heard Sarah and Jason broke up, that kind of thing. No names at first, just hints. It blew up fast. People were obsessed. Submissions poured in. DMS, screenshots, vague rants. I started using polls. Who's the biggest fake in school? Who lied about their body count? I was just collecting chaos. Then it escalated. Someone sent me a screenshot of Maddie's boyfriend flirting with another girl. I posted it with enough redacted info that it looked anonymous, but everyone knew. The girl he was texting even confirmed it in the comments. Maddie's meltdown was instant. She showed up to school with puffy eyes and didn't speak to anyone all day. That was the first time I felt it. That rush. That power. Over time, I got more strategic. One of Maddie's friends shoplifted from Sephora. I had footage. Another was sending racist memes in a group chat. I didn't even have to write that post. Someone else submitted it with timestamp. It wasn't just Maddie's crew. Anyone who had ever laughed at me, shamed me, looked at me like I was nothing. They all became fair game. Every submission, every post, I triple-checked for plausible deniability. There was even a week when 3 different friend groups fell apart. Public screaming matches, people deleting socials. One girl transferred schools. Teachers started asking questions. The principal made morning announcements begging for students to stop visiting dangerous anonymous websites. They couldn't prove it was me. I was careful. VPNs, encrypted messages. I never accessed the site from school Wi-Fi. I even routed through a library in a different town once just to test myself. One of Maddie's closest friends lost her cheer scholarship after a vape was accidentally found in her locker. I had nothing to do with the vape, but I definitely left an anonymous tip on the school feedback form saying where to look. And the whole time I was still invisible, still in my hoodie, still reading books. No one even suspected me. Then graduation came. The site was still active, still buzzing. But I deleted it the night after I walked across that stage. No goodbyes, just a full wipe, gone like it never existed. Now I'm in college, new city, new people. I've made actual friends. I wear what I want. I even went to a party last weekend and didn't feel like I was faking it. But sometimes I still think about that girl I used to be. The one crying in the bathroom, the one who built a gossip empire from a cracked laptop with missing keys. Do I feel guilty? Yeah, sometimes. What I did was petty, mean, borderline sociopathic if we're being honest, but it was also controlled, calculated. I didn't hurt people randomly. I didn't make things up. I just handed them the mirror. And for once, I wasn't the victim. For once, they were afraid of me. So yeah, I was bullied. And I burned down the social food chain of my entire school. And maybe I shouldn't be proud of it, but I'm not sorry either.